Hello, hello, and welcome to Dwell According to Knowledge, the talk show. I am your host and your coach, Trey, and this is your relationship tip for today. All right, let's get to it. Today, we're going to talk about how to be happy in your relationship. How to be happy in your relationship. Now, I'm going to put an underlying topic in that one also, kind of like the hidden cost of happiness, because nothing in life is free. You get me? Nothing is in life is free. So you're going to have to work for it. And you are also going to have to pay the price. You're going to have to pay the price. You get me? All right, listen. And I will go through a few of these, probably about 5 of them. Okay, let's get with number one. Number one, you must accept imperfections and flaws. Because, see, a lot of people want to go through, want to get into relationships with not working on themselves. They want to get into relationships not. We're none of us are perfect, so I'll go ahead and get that one out the way right now. But a lot of us want to get into these things, and they don't want to do. They really don't want to do any work. And a lot of times, ladies, I'm talking to you all pretty much like right now, because a lot of you get into relationships with this particular phrase, and I really don't like it. It's he don't have to accept me the way I am. Wrong. No, we don't. We don't have to accept you for nothing if you're not willing to do what's necessary in a relationship. So no, we don't have to accept you for anything. I'll tell you this right off the bat. For us Christians, most relationships that God put, the relationships that he bring into our lives, they're all meant to change us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe just something small, or maybe something even big. Like honesty is a good one, and I'll tell you this, because a lot of times I used to like to kick off some lies in a relationship, and what God did one time before in one of my relationships was he brought a liar right to my midst to make me honest in that relationship, and then he would allow me to catch that person in a lot in lies. I mean, good grief. I mean, some little simple stuff, but it taught me that I needed to be honest myself, and I didn't really need to do no whole bunch of lying. Just be honest and you ain't got to worry about no whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this real quick. Many people believe that if they just collect a house, a spouse, a car, 2.5 children, everything will be perfect. Life is a checklist. You check off each item. You get to be happy and old for a couple of decades, and then you die. Okay? But life doesn't work that way. Problems don't go away. They change and evolve. Whatever your conception of perfect is in your little head, it is in itself an imperfect concept. There is no perfect. There is only what you wish in your head. We don't get to decide what perfection is. Accepting imperfection is hard because it forces us to accept that we must live with things we don't like. We don't want to give that up. We want to hold on to control, but life will never conform to our desires, ever. And we will always be wrong about something in some way. Now, ironically, it's the acceptance of this that allows us to be happy with it, allowing us to appreciate the flaws in ourselves and in others. You get me? And that, my friends, is a good thing. Do you understand that? It's a good thing. All right, number 2, you must take responsibilities for your problems. You get me? Your problems, okay? Now, blaming the world for your problems is the easy way out. It's tempting and it can never be satisfying. We're the victims and we get to be all emotional and indignant at all of the terrible injustices that have been inflicted upon us. We wallow in our imagined victimhood so as to make ourselves feel unique and special in ways in which we never get to feel unique and special anywhere else. Ain't that something? But our problems are not unique. They are not special. The beauty of accepting the imperfection of your own knowledge is that you can no longer be certain that you're not to blame for your own problems. Okay? Are you really late because of traffic, or could you have left a little earlier? Real simple stuff. I like that one. Is your ex really a selfish butthole, or were you manipulative and over demanding towards him? Ooh, ladies. Ooh, God, I hope that didn't hurt. Is it really the incompetence of your manager that lost you your promotion, or was there something more you could have done? The truth is usually somewhere around both, although it varies from situation to situation. But the point is that you can only fix your own imperfections and not the imperfections of others. You get it? So get to work on them. You hear me? All right, number 3, you must feel the fear and do it anyway. This one really kind of messes a lot of folks up. Bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is a feeling the fear, the doubt, the insecurity, and deciding that something else is more important. If we identify with our moment-to-moment emotional states, sensitivities, our happiness will crash and burn like a fighter jet in a dogfight. Get me? We want sturdy, resilient happiness, not problematic occurrences. True, long-lasting, kid-tested, and mother-approved happiness is derived not from our immediate emotional states, but rather is derived from the deeper values we define for ourselves. You get it? Our ultimate life satisfaction is not defined by what we do and what happens to us, but why we do what we do and why it happens to us. You get it? All right. Number 4, you must find a deeper purpose to your actions, not for them, to them. Okay? Now, a better way of saying this is that you must choose what is motivating you. Is it something superficial and external, or something deeper and more meaningful? By being motivated by money for the sake of money leads to unstable emotional regulation and a lot of obnoxious and superficial behavior. Being motivated by the approval of others leads to needy and unattractive behavior. How does one find their deeper purpose? Well, it's not easy. But then again, robust and resilient lifelong happiness isn't either. Growth means finding a way to make yourselves a better person. Contribution means finding a way to make other people feel better. Look for ways that you can integrate those into your motivations, okay? There's nothing wrong with sex, money, and rock and roll, but the sex needs to be motivated by something deeper than sex. The money needs to be motivated by a value more sustainable than simply money. And the rock and roll needs just to rock. Ain't that funny? Find a way to slide growth and or contribution under them, and bam, you get the best of both worlds. You get it? Okay. Now, number 5, you must be willing to fail and be embarrassed. And it's okay. All right. You cannot be a powerful life-changing presence to some people without being a complete joke and embarrassment to others. That's funny, isn't it? The beautiful thing about humanity is the diversity of life values. When you live out your values and let them motivate your actions and behaviors, you will inevitably clash with those whose values contradict your own. These people will not like you. They will leave nasty, anonymous comments on the internet and make inappropriate remarks about you or your family. Ooh. Anything you do that is important will inevitably be accompanied by those who wish for you to fail. Who? Not because they are bad people, but because their values differ from yours. Trust me, haters gon' hate. Can I say that again? Haters gon' hate. All right, good. And in any venture, failure is required to make progress. And progress, by definition, is what drives happiness. The progress of ourselves, the progress of others, the progress of our values, and what we care about. Without failure, there is no progress. And without progress, there is no happiness. Relish the plain. Bathe in the scorn. One of the most important skills in life is not how to avoid getting knocked down, but rather learning how to get back up. You get me? I hope you got something from that. This is your coach Trey, the author of Dwell According to Knowledge, How to Find and Date Your Mate. It's on Amazon. Go get it. I'll put it in the link below. Like, subscribe, share. Not necessarily in that order. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless.